What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and before I get started with my video, I wanted to do two quick things. One, I wanted to send a big thank you to my friend Adrian over at Just a Bit Gaming. If you've seen his channel at all, you've seen we've done a couple of collabs. He's also been on here talking about some stuff as well. We plan on doing more in the future. But I wanted to give a big thank you to him because if you haven't noticed already, I have a new logo. I'll do a little thing right here that you can see. Basically, he's a graphic artist, and I was like, what's it going to take for me to get you to design me something? And he was like, oh, dude, didn't even hesitate. It just totally offered to do it, and was all over it, and I think it looks awesome. So I just want to say a huge thank you to him. Go check out his channel, because what he does over there is freaking awesome, and I never miss a show over there, because it's so good. But yeah, thank you, Adrian, so much. I'm looking forward to doing more stuff with you in the future, man. Also, I wanted to say thank you to everybody else. I hit 75 subscribers, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to be doing, if I can get to 100, I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite item in my collection. I don't know that I'd call it necessarily a holy grail, but it is the thing that I like the most. And I got it for super cheap, which is always nice. But at the time of recording this, I don't know for sure, and I'm sure if I get that high and I post the video, somebody will prove me wrong, but at the time of recording this, I have not seen anybody else on YouTube make a video on this item before. I know there's more out there, because there's I think I read that there were 10,000 made or something. Could be 30,000. I think it's 10. Either way. But I know there's more out there. I just have not seen a video on it at all. So I think it'd be really cool to showcase that. Come out here and show you guys. So help me get to 100. We can make that happen. That'd be great. But seriously, thank you for 75. I'm so excited that it's growing a little bit. And I think it's cool that some people are watching and I hope enjoying what I'm doing. So thank you again. But moving on, today we're talking recent pickups. Alright, so first, you can obviously see one of them right here, and I'll get to that in a second, but the first thing I wanted to show off is a game I got from Limited Run Games. It's Cosmic Star Heroine, the collector's edition that they did. I don't typically, I don't think I've ever gotten anything off of Limited Run before. This was the first time, and this thing is just so cool. I've got an unboxing video for this thing coming out as well, so be on the lookout for that, because there's some cool stuff in here. And I won't go into too much about it because that video is going to cover it all. But yeah, really happy to check this out. Obviously, this needs no introduction as well. The PlayStation Classic. To be honest with you, I haven't played it yet. I've taken it out once just to make sure everything was there and it looked okay. I just like looking at the screenshots on the back, as weird as that sounds. Obviously I'm a super nostalgic person, so just kind of looking at a lot of these games that I know and stuff, and a lot of that I don't know. There are a few that on here that I do want to try, absolutely. I really want to try Persona, obviously. I've never played Resident Evil. Also Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo looks really interesting. So definitely want to check this thing out, and at some point, I know a lot of people have been saying it's garbage and terrible and stuff, and don't waste your money and stuff. I'm not having any buyer's remorse or anything. Granted, like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but at the same time, just because I think it's a cool collector's item, I still, how many times do people spend $300-400 on a piece of garbage machinery or console or something like that, just because of its historical, significance. And I think, for me at least, the PlayStation represents a really good time, and having just a small collection like this is kind of neat. So while it'll suck to see the price come down eventually, which I'm sure it will, and be like, oh crap, you got it for $40, dang, I paid $100, you know, whatever. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. So obviously Black Friday was a few weeks ago, and I got a few pickups there as well. The first one is actually I got 4 PS4 games. First one is Armello, which is kind of like I've always wanted this game since I first saw it. I haven't played it yet, but I really want to check it out because it looks super interesting and I like the aesthetics. It's like a strategy, almost like a board game, tactical kind of thing with like animals and animal kingdoms and that kind of thing, which just seemed kind of neat. And if you look at just go look at screenshots and stuff like that, it looks really cool. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. I've just been waiting for a price drop, and I got it for super cheap at GameStop, so I can't complain. Next one, South Park, Fractured Butthole. I don't really need to say anything about that. I got it super cheap. I loved the Stick of Truth. It was fantastic. And I'm really excited to try this one out. I'm a huge South Park fan, and from what I understand, they improved a lot of stuff and learned a lot of things when developing the first game, so really excited to check this one out as well. I obviously did not go for the collector's edition this time. If you're new here, I do have a video explaining as to why I don't get collector's editions anymore unless it's like Final Fantasy, which is my bread and butter. I used to just be like, oh, it's a collector's edition for that game? Sure. Drop the money for it. And go check out that video and it'll show you why I'm not huge on that anymore. I still got the Cartman statue from the first one, and well, it's cool. It's just sitting there. I don't do anything with it. So all I want to do is play the game. So we'll get it. Another one that I have been wanting for a long time, Nier Automata. That one. I'm super excited to play this game. It just looks so incredible, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's just been so expensive, still. Not $70, $80 and gone up in price, but I didn't buy it at first because I was like, I'll wait a year or something like that, wait for a price drop, and it sat at $40 for a long time. And I think the lowest I saw it at one point was $40. Best Buy, I got it for, I think, $15. So I am super happy that I finally was able to get my discount. I had to wait for Black Friday 2 years after it came out, but still, I'm super stoked that I finally got it, and I definitely plan on checking this out. And the last PS4 game that I got is The Crew 2. I like The Crew 1. I really enjoyed it. I'm not big on racing games, but there's something about open world racing games that really just are so cool to me. I love the Forza Horizon series. Series. I've played 3. But I love the hell out of it, and I plan on getting 4 at some point. I love that idea of freedom and being able to drive fast wherever the heck you want, and unlocking all these cars, customizing things, and just I think it's just so cool what they've done to make racing an actual interesting genre for me. So I'm definitely excited to check this out at some point too. A couple of eBay buys as well. This one is a Sega Genesis game, Sorcerer's Kingdom. And let me tell you, the box art is atrocious. It's really bad. And that was actually what caught my eye in the first place. I was like, what the heck is this? And then I looked at screenshots of the game and everything. I watched a couple of reviews and that kind of stuff, and pretty mediocre. Mediocre to bad is what I saw for the most part. But you know what? I'm always down to try a new old school RPG that I didn't get a chance to try in the past. So I figured, why not? Because it wasn't expensive at all. It was complete. There's the manual inside and everything, and it labels in good condition. It's just really good solid condition, and price was good, so I pulled the trigger. Why not? So definitely, I'll give it a shot at some point. And the last one is a game that I'm so excited to finally get. I'm a big Working Designs fan. I think every JRPG fan that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s was a big Working Designs fan. And so every time I see a game of theirs, I want to get it. The Lunar series, Arcalad, that kind of stuff, Growlancer, because they bundle a bunch of stuff with it, and it's just so cool. And the games, they do such a great job with just the aesthetics and the way that the games look and feel like you're watching an anime but playing one. It's so cool, and I loved the things they did. It's so unfortunate that they're gone. That this kind of stuff happens. This is when I saw it a long time ago, when I was at GameStop, and I just didn't want to pay full price. Maybe at Funko Land at the time, to be honest with you. But I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I skipped on it, didn't pick it up, hadn't seen it for a long time since. And it's just, I'm Vanguard Bandits on the PlayStation 1. I'm super excited to finally get into it. Got the book also, which is really great. So I honestly cannot wait to get into this because I love the stuff that they just put with this. It's hardcover, like beautiful artwork, and the games that they have are just so fantastic. So super excited to have this finally and get the chance to check it out. So guys, that is it for my recent pickups for today. Thank you again for watching. Help me get to 100, like I said. And you get to see that cool thing that I got. That sounds dirty, and I didn't mean it like that at all. I meant item in my collection. But thank you again for watching, and as always, keep on gaming.